Hello, Twin Minds here, and today I'll be judging Mech Mechanic Simulator by the cover. This just released today, developed by Polyslash and published directly by Playway this time, I believe. It's another mechanic-type simulator that seems to have a lot going for it, including diagnosis, repair, refurbishing, and testing of giant mechs. It definitely hits a few of my favorite gaming elements and themes, so let's get in and see if it lives up to that promise. Alright, first thing, I really dig the aesthetics of this game. Crisp, clean, sci-fi look to it, and the music is subtle, but impressive. I like it. We have profile systems, so you can have multiple people playing, and we have some basic visual settings, as well as a little bit of audio that I may or may not need to tweak. We'll see. Not entirely sure what Android is. We'll probably figure that out later. But, new game time. And we'll see what we can do with this thing. Each mech has a completely different structure and will require some time to get used to. Once you remember the mech's build, it will make it easier.
Your competitors were not as lucky as you are, and they are still sitting in their holes. And you got this gem.
Great. Hello. And this is probably Android. WSAD, wonderful. I need to adjust the sensitivity a little bit. We do have a little bit of a really hard stopping as our walking. It's not that bad, but it feels very sensitive.
You know how hard it was to find this place? And unregistered mechanics are still being prosecuted by the authorities. Since you're operating in a somewhat gray area, they'll surely make me your partner in crime. Screw me apart and make me a blender or some other tool. Just be careful, okay?
Sure thing, buddy. You might feel a bit lost at the beginning since this workshop is a few times larger than the hole you built me in. Once you've taken a look around, go to your office. Alright. So, look around. We have rain. Lovely. Nice little exterior atmospheric touches. I like that. I saw a similar in like Rover Mechanic Simulator, where you just kind of get little glimpses of your outside world even though you're stuck in this little hole here. So we have what look like mech workbenches kind of deal. I'm assuming those are meant to be like anti-gravity plates or something. And then we have the larger massive mech thing here. So this is probably the mech hull, and these might be for subcomponents like taking apart an individual leg or whatever. We'll probably get introduced to that in a moment here. First aid, because, you know, everything's rusty and pointy. I'm sure we're going to get stabbed occasionally. We have an up, and I hear dude, so probably up is the answer to that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. Very nice touch. I like it. Okay. Boxes, parts, living quarters. Wonderful. Quantum physics, you know, a little light reading. Why not? That looks like a view into... No, that's a mirror. Kind of. Kind of a mirror. A weird mirror effect. Probably a static render, but still, very weird looking effect. Doesn't quite work right, but it's acceptable. Sir, you want nothing to do with me. Okay, so he said go into the office, so let's go this way. We need to get an official license as soon as it's possible. Without it, no one will ever risk giving us a bigger job. Alright. With this handy PC, you'll have access to the job offers. I assume you've been in a workshop like this before, but I'm here to help if you ever feel lost. Yes, tutorial me. I would like to know. Button.
Here you can see the list of all currently available job offers. With time and enough work, more of them should appear.
Great. So we have 15,000 to our name. I'm assuming this is the cost. Could also be the reward. Sure. Sakura Technology, Legacy, 9,800 bucks. This panel will let you view the details of the selected job. You'll see what... Hey, don't push me around. You'll see what corporation is trying to hire us, the mech model, the job description, and what tasks you'll need to complete. Accept the job when you're ready. So, we have this lovely thing here, a little bit bulky. Highly qualified mechanic needed. During work on a circumterrestrial orbit, the mech collided with an asteroid. It's a standard unit of a simple build. No serious damage was found after the initial inspection. The matter is urgent. We would appreciate a quick response. Repair part ? And clean. Alright. Ooh. That is one dirty mech. Oh lordy. Right, let's head to the assembly station and see what's wrong with our patient. Okay, there is a way down that way. Okay, let's take a look at the destruction then. Possible trophy case for things that we find, collect, etc. More of an exterior view, very cyberpunk-ish. I really like the attention to detail on the outside there. Snake's kiss. I'm not entirely sure what that said. Dohaski? Something like that? Snake's Jazz. So apparently Snake owns this part of town. And we have multipass that direction. Wonderful. Alright. Ooh. Nice. I wonder if this is concept art. Or if it was designed specifically to be a poster. But it looks very concept art-ish. Oh, that was a little abrupt drop off the stairs. Something about French Revolution. Sure, why not? I think this might actually be a reference to one of their other games. So if you check them out on Steam, you'll probably see the other game in question that's related to. I don't know it very well, so I don't want to speak to it, but I believe that's what that is, and that might also be as well. I like the aesthetics of that one too. That might be a different game to check out in the future. Alright.
Androids of the world, unite!
No, androids don't unite. That's how we get Terminators.
We need to find out what's damaged in the mech. To do that, we will use this station. But first we need to clean the mech from all the dust and mud.
Alright. So, how do? Enter the cleaning mode by pressing the cleaning button. That seems simple enough. Pressing and holding, click to start the flow of water and move it around to clean the entire mech. You can rotate the device around the mech. Okay. So spray, spritzy, spritzy. We have fuel requirements. I see it ticking up in the lower right there. And we have a % clean mark, I suppose. Now, is that going to get any cleaner? Does not look like that's going to get any cleaner on the front there. Okay, so let's, oh, okay. 53%, sure. It's cleaner than when it was assembled for the first time. I hope not. Return to the assembly screen and select the scanning option. You know, I would love to finish cleaning this because it's kind of garbage. And I feel like I need to do a better job than just the front face. So, I am losing percentage clean just by aiming it right there, so there's some more dirt. It might be just kind of an overall cleanliness factor. So maybe I don't even need to aim all that well. But this is costing me almost $3,000 in cleaning fuel, I guess, by fuel. Not entirely sure what that's about. But that was an expensive cleaning job. So let's scan it. Before the scanner turns on, you'll need to adjust it to every mech we are currently working on in our workshop. To adjust the scanner, you need to increase or decrease the phase and amplitude of the scanner waves and fit them to the ones emitted by the mech. Once you hit the right spots, the scanner will find all of the damaged parts for us. Ooh, interesting. So, phase, amplitude. So let's go right about there. And drop an amplitude a dash. There we go. Nice little mini game, I like it. Lovely scanning procedure. Right. Tutorial overlapping this button. Okay. By scanning the mech, we find out how to fix it and finish the job. To open the list of tasks that need to be completed, press Tab. Return to the assembly screen now. Press the assembly button. Repair part, legacy CA010301. Sure. This panel will let you select all the mech models you want to move to the workbenches. Modules highlighted in red are ones you found a damaged part in during the scanning. Press the broken module and select one of the workbenches to move it there. So apparently, we found a broken right arm. We'll move to that side. Detaching. We will need to detach a few parts that are blocking the module. Aim your cursor at the blocking parts and remove them by holding the left click. Remember, you can only detach parts that are highlighted in green. Those that become red when targeted are blocked by other parts. So, standard mechanic type method. If I want to remove this shoulder pad here, I can't because it's highlighted this piece that I need to remove first. So we do a left clicky to remove. Left clicky to remove. This part is held in place by screws. You need to remove them first. Standard unscrewing type method. And I probably can do that through. Yeah, I can do it through the part. Okay. Rip that arm off and throw it over on the workbench. Wonderful. Let's head to the workbench and finally start fixing this machine. Let us do that. So we still have to repair the legacy part. So this is exactly what I thought it was. They're grav plates holding up an individual part that we'll have to fix. Using the movement buttons, you can freely rotate the camera around the module. Using the cursor, you can select the parts that interest you. Also, the damaged parts will always be visible. Okay, so we have more disassembly to do. Q and E, you can freely switch between the attaching and detaching modes. Use your cursor to see which parts have to be detached before you can reach the damaged part. Okay, so stop it. Aiming at a part will allow you to see some basic information about it. From our point of view, the most important detail is the part's status. Parts can be good quality, damaged, or completely broken. We will be able to fix the damaged parts in the repair stations once we get them. Parts that are completely broken cannot be fixed and need to be replaced. You can detach only those parts that are not blocked by any other parts. Okay, so this is blocked. So let's see how I get more visibility. Can I? There we go. So W and S is up and down. A and D is rotate around, and you can also scroll wheel if you need to zoom in and out. Okay, so this is where they kind of hinted that you'll need to fiddle around a little bit and figure out the best way to tear apart these things. Like this, I can take off the elbow, but I probably don't need to based on what I'm seeing here. So let's start with this part. Mech parts are divided into several categories. Detaching a part will be different for each such a category. Semi-English. After selecting the part you wish to detach and holding the left click, you will see a small arrow explaining what movement needs to be done to remove the part. But remember first to remove any screws that are holding it in place. Okay, so we select the part. Up. Okay. Exactly like that. Now we need to get to the damaged part. Detach each thing one by one until you're able to remove the damaged part. So let's do this. Up. Okay. That is still blocked by this, which is blocked by this, which is blocked by that. This has a screw on it. Okay. Now this does not have a click and hold. You can click and hold each screw, but you can't click and hold and just keep cycling around to continuously remove multiple screws in a row. That may be an upgrade. Who knows? Great. So now we can remove this front part. These hoses, which are cables, I guess, are blocked by all of this jazz. So there we go. Okay, not bad. It seems we can now remove the source of the issue. Go on. Oops. Oh, that had a dual. I had to go up and then down. At this point, we don't have the hardware necessary to fix this part, but once you get a license, we'll be able to buy stations that can fix it. For now, you'll have to replace it with a new one. Enter the attaching mode. So attaching mode, I switched with Q and E. In this mode, all areas where parts can be replaced will become highlighted. Click on the place from which you just removed the damaged part. As you probably noticed, we can access our inventory from the station. The inventory is already filtered to show those parts that will fit in the selected slots. We don't have a new one to attach right now, so we'll have to buy it. Select the search in shop option at the bottom. So we have this legacy CA010301 cable. This button will move you directly to the shop and automatically filter the results. That's handy, so you don't have to necessarily manually search individually for parts, which I was seeing in Rover Mechanic Simulator, where I had to remember which part it was, search for the name before I could find it. On the left, you'll have a few options. Buy will show you the entire store range. Sell will allow you to sell parts so you have an inventory. And filter will make it possible to filter parts you're searching for. You can also search the part by name. For now, let's buy the missing part. Let us do that. 1,875. On the right side, you set the number of parts you want to buy. For now, you only need one. Perfect. Now that we have the part, we can return to fixing the mech. Leave the shop. There are 2 parts in the inventory list now, the old one and the new one. Notice how they differ in quality. Each part can have 4 quality ratings: unrepairable, damaged, repaired, and new. If you want the employer to consider the mech fixed, you'll need to replace the parts labeled unrepairable and damaged with repaired or new parts. Now let's reattach the part. So we've got red broken, green I'm assuming is new. I don't see an actual listing, but we do have a damage percentage meter, I assume 5% versus 100%. Alright, it seems the issue has been solved. Now you need to reassemble the entire module back. Let me know when you're done. Sure thing. This is relatively easy, especially with the clip-on parts. Once you get to the not so clip-on parts, you do have to re-screw them in. Great, everything seems peachy keen so far. Lovely. Actually, that's a really nice fast reassembly method when you don't have to do any screws. You just click, click, done. When reassembling the mech, make sure all parts are in their place. Returning a mech with missing parts isn't something that the employer will appreciate, and you would have to forget about the reward. Let's head back to the assembly station and reattach the module.
I should be the boss here.
No, you should not. I am the boss. Alright, so now we go back over here and get that arm reattached. We need to reattach the module back to the mech. We do that in the same way we detached it, but the other way around. Select the assemble. Now, select the detached module and reattach it to the mech. Also, you need to place back all the previously removed parts. Notice how the part is no longer red. That means it's fully functional. Right arm disconnected. Get that squished back into place. Lovely.
When you finish all of the main goals of a job, you'll be able to return it. Of course, you can return a job before fixing the mech if you don't feel like getting your money. Right. Let's head back to the office.
Not sure I'm sold on the robot voice assistant yet. He does have a personality, that's for sure. Alright, so back to the office apparently. So we are done with said mech. It is still, it looks a little bit grungy, but it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. So office is back up there. We do have an in that way. I think those are the only 2 ways, this way and that far corner over there. This job enables you to return, or this screen enables you to return the jobs. Some of the jobs we might get will have additional goals. They are not mandatory, but doing them will increase the reward. So, finished job. I don't see any final notes here. We do have the tasks completed on the side there. And back up you go into your lift to continue your orbit around the planet. Getting dirty. Alright, total payment, $9,800. So that $9,800 was the payment rather than the cost. So in some games, in some mechanic games, you have to buy the thing first with X amount of money to then repair it, so you can resell it for a profit or whatever. This one might end up doing that as well. Who knows? After finishing the job, a short summary will be displayed. You'll be able to see what we gained or lost and for what exactly. It's quite useful when you work on more complicated jobs. Oh, that, then that. There we go. You can enter the shop at any time. Let's have a look by opening the shop using... Is that an I or is that a lowercase L? I. Perfect. Here we can buy and sell mech parts. On the left you can search for parts by their names or use the filters. Always check the part price before you buy it. The market is really unstable right now and prices change a lot. Ooh, price markets. That's a new feature in a Mechanic Simulator type game. Luckily, the current price changes are displayed next to the item cost. So we've got a % up or down. Good to know. Now, it did tell me to come in here, but it didn't tell me what to do once I'm in here. So, I think we're done with tutorial. That was a lackluster end to the tutorial. It said, hey, let's go to the shop, and then that was it. Sir, do you have anything more for me? No, you're just going to point at that wall. Perfect. You carry on with that task. Oh, what do we have? We have... This is our spare part bench, or shelving. Great. I have no idea if any of this stuff is interactable, but it's got a lot of really lovely detail. So let's do one more job and see what we have available. We have Minotaur, or Minotaur, depending on how you feel like pronouncing it. We have an Argus. This looks very much like that concept art that we had on the wall. Another Minotaur and Legacy. Okay. So let's go with... Do we have a difficulty meter? I don't think we have a difficulty meter. We have number of parts available to fix. I really like the look of the Minotaur. Let's go with the cheaper one, just to have fewer parts to repair. Another one from Sakura Technology, and then this is Dohaski, which was the name that I saw on multiple of the billboards. So we're going to have some corporate integration in there for the flavor. Certified professional needed immediately. The mech was damaged during the tests. Details shall remain confidential. This is a standard unit, so the repair should go without any complications. The damage isn't serious, but it requires professional attention. The matter is urgent. We would appreciate a quick response. So, I'm a little bit curious how we're doing mech repairs. Completely unlicensed, as the robot had mentioned previously.
I wonder if electric sheep really exist.
Go to sleep and see if you dream about them. I like that. Little random references and random mentions from the robot. So let's go ahead and get this Minotaur in here. Alright. So I wonder if we're gonna get more tutorial at some point, because the demo videos hinted at other features that I'm not seeing yet. And that might be something that we'll get later. Oh, company info. Here you'll be able to buy a mechanic's license. It's one of the first and most important steps for us. However, we don't have enough money yet. 2,500. So we're almost there, actually. Good to know. Global Market and Garage are locked out. Those may open up in the future. Either future in the game or future development. I don't know for sure. This game is not listed as early access, so I don't know how active the development cycle will be. That's to be determined, I suppose. So let's get down to our Minotaur and do some diagnosis to figure out what's wrong with it. Alright, so it looks like we are... Amplitude should be good. Nope, it's off just a dash. There we go. Lovely, I still love that effect. Scanning is complete. So we have left arm and left camera. So let's get the left arm over here. Whole left arm is attached by these hoses, apparently. A couple hoses is all that attaches that arm. That's concerning. And then left camera, put over here. Also only attached by a hose. Great, so the whole left side of that mech got wonked. Alright, let's go take a look at the arm first. Now, I'm wondering, I just saw that move a part over. I wonder if you caught it in time, if you could watch it actually transition the part to the bench. That would be neat. Let's take a look at the camera first. Okay, so we have, this is missing? Broken? Right, two-part, down, up. There we go. So you down, up. Okay, that seems fine. Okay, assembly. So that actually, one thing I forgot to check is that L1 and CA. So CA 01, 03, 02. I think CA was referring to the arm, and then LI would be. Hell if I know. Alright, never mind. I won't even begin to guess. So LI is the camera segment. We have a brand new one under cost by 4%, which is lovely. So we'll go ahead and install the new one, and then put the camera back in place. And done? Just want to double check to make sure that got done, because we should be able to see not red in here. Lovely. That's easy enough. Great. Now we go do the arm and get this Minotaur back in ship shape. Now it did not need to be cleaned, so you know, it's fine. So we have broken hose things at the back there, and they don't appear to need anything other than some clips. Okay. That's it. That's it. Alright. Let's get that back in place then. So cables, 22%. These are 3% over, so, you know, we essentially lost the profit from the 4% under. That's fine. Get you installed, get the clip back in place.
I like to watch you sleep, human.
That is unnerving ever so slightly. You are terrifying, I think. Alright, let's slap the arm back on. Done. Close. Close. Done. So we should be able to just go finish this job. Alright, work to do. Finish job. Done. Off you go, little buddy. Have fun out wherever. Watch your left side. Wonderful. So, I would like to just buy the license. So, Mechanic's license is the first step in making a name for yourself in this world. Getting a license will earn you the trust of major corporations and allow you to receive better jobs from them. Unlocks gaining reputations with the corporations, more advanced jobs based on prestige level, and ability to purchase stations. Oh, company logo, you say? Welcome to the world of fixing mechs legally. Now we can finally create our company.
Now we can create a real company. Let's start with the logo and name. By using the arrows next to the logo, you can define the shape of it. Using the menu on the opposite side, you can define its color. Once you achieve the desired look, type in the name and accept it all. Don't worry, you'll be able to change the logo at any time later.
Great. Oh. We'll go incorporated this time. Alright, so what do we have logo-wise? We have some exterior borders. Lovely. Rip. That's as far back as that goes. We have other stuff this way. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go with something like that. So we have some colors to work with. Color choices are a little bit tricky. Ooh, right. There we go. Let's go with random colors there.
Thanks to us starting a company, we will finally get the treatment we deserve. It's good, but since now the quality of your work will have an effect on our reputation.
The reputation with each corporation needs to be gained separately, and your standing can be checked in the upper right corner of the screen. The better standing we have, the more serious jobs we'll get. Having a good reputation will also increase our prestige and give us access to better hardware.
When it comes to hardware, the license gives us access to special repair stations.
Very inconsistent with the reading from the robot. Sometimes he reads, sometimes he doesn't. At the beginning, the assortment won't be anything special, but with time, we'll be able to buy really nice pieces of hardware. We'll use stations to fix the parts, not just replace them. Let's have a look under the station shop under the company tab. Oh, black background's much nicer. Still, I don't like those color choices, but whatever. I wasn't going to dwell on that forever. So, station shop. For now, it seems our prestige is too low for us to buy anything. I'm sure that when we earn some trust, the corporations will let us buy something special for the workshop. So, tablet, decorrosion station, welding, painting, electronics, calibration, software, mission table, and crafting station. I like the Monkey Man Mech logo there. That's nice. So this definitely opens up a lot of possibilities. So it seemed fairly simplistic at the start, with just, rip off arm, take off a couple plates, undo a couple screws, replace the cable, you're done. We have the ability to repaint, craft new stuff, possibly buy our own mechs and then resell them for a profit. That seems like a thing that's very possible. There's a lot of potential in this game, and I am really looking forward to seeing more of this. I will most likely do a stream or 3 of this, as well as...
I seem to talk to myself very often.
I'm with you, buddy. I talk to myself a lot. That's part of doing YouTube and streaming. So that will be it for this episode of By the Cover. This is Mech Mechanic Simulator. I will definitely be playing more of this game in the near future to see what else it has in store. Let me know what you think of this game, either in the comments or in the Discord linked in the description below. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.